Historical fiction, a way to portray occurrences in history while still having the ability to write your own plot. In Conrad Richter's The Light in the Forest, he accurately portrays historical events that occurred during westward expansion. The Light in the Forest is a stupendous novel that has a unique plot that appropriately depicts events that occurred during westward expansion. Richter demonstrates other known names of the Lenni Lenape tribe scalping and the Great Spirit as they are demonstrated during westward expansion. To begin, during the novel, Richter accurately portrays another name given to the Lenni Lenape tribe. In The Light in the Forest, a white guard was given the name Del by other soldiers because he could speak Delaware. Delaware was the name given to the Lenni Lenape tribe in their language by the whites. According to the Lenape Indian fact sheet, the tribe is also known as the Lenni Lenape True People or the Delaware Indians. True Sun states that the name Delaware is a strange name, but the reason the Lenni Lenape tribe was referred to as Delaware in The Light in the Forest is because the Delaware River ran through the tribe's territory. The American Indians thought it was a strange name because they did not know any English, nor did they refer to themselves as Delaware Indians but as the Lenni Lenape tribe. In continuation throughout the novel, Richter portrays scalping amongst the American Indians and the whites. In The Light in the Forest, True Sun and Half Arrow danced around a scalp that had been taken off a white girl's head in celebration. They sang fierce words of scorn and victory, for they were victorious in taking a scalp of the enemy, a white scalp. According to Diane E. Folds, scalps were not mere trophies or booty of war. Losing your scalp to the enemy was to become socially and spiritually dead, whether biological death resulted or not. In the novel, the American Indians took a scalp from the enemy. Thus, the American Indians had been extremely victorious, for now the white girl had become socially and spiritually dead, for losing to the enemy, for they had successfully scalped her. Finally, throughout The Light in the Forest, Richter illustrates the Great Spirit and the blessings it gave the American Indians. In the novel, Kringa states, "Never think the Great Spirit forgets you. Some Indians think he favors the white people." The reason behind this is the whites had animals and grain provided to them when they were hungry, while the American Indians did not. It did not show that they were less favored, but it showed that the Indian, he is not supported by storehouses, but by the ruler of heaven. According to Mircea Eliade, the Great Spirit gave the Lenape all they possessed, the trees, the waters, the fire that springs from flint, everything. In the novel, Kringas told True Sun the Great Spirit made the Indians suffer to show them their dependence on him. Kringa spoke to True Sun, "If we do our part, the Great Spirit will always supply us at just the right time." It is evident that Conrad Richter used verisimilitude throughout the novel. The Delaware River that ran through the Lenni Lenape territory was depicted in the novel, for the Lenni Lenape tribe in their language was known as Delaware by the whites. The terrible loss of her scalp to the enemy was accurately portrayed when True Sun and Half Arrow felt victorious for having won the scalp of a white, thus being a terrible loss for the white victim. The Great Spirit that provided everything for the American Indians was illustrated in the novel when Kringa states the Great Spirit will always supply them at the right time as long as they do their part. Despite these historical aspects being depicted in the novel, Conrad Richter did an outstanding job portraying a terrific plot about a young boy who was taken captive and then adopted by American Indians for 11 years, who has to face the struggle of having to return to his white family and adapt to their culture.